Hello guys, welcome to Ankit Sunil Wits. Today I'm gonna tell you how to select the best coaching institute for your entrance exam preparation. First of all, take help of your seniors or your relatives or your neighborhood or your friends, uh, or you can even take help of Google. You will prepare a list, write down some 5 to 6 name of the coaching institute which you know, or which you think they are best. In the list, now you select the location where they, and then you think whether you want to do the coaching from your nearby area or you're ready to leave your home to do the coaching. What I prefer is, in home the situations would be like, relatives will come to your home, and then or else your mom or your family members will engage you in a household work. Ja ke chini leke aa ja, doodh ka packet le aao, something like that. So there will be a lot of disturbance, but this is my personal view. So what I prefer is to study or to prepare for entrance exam. Best thing is to stay away from home, especially only for studies. That's for masti thing, it's always home is the best. But priorities depends person to person. Some people who are used to study at home, they find home is a better place to study. So it's okay depending on your priority. So you select, or depending your parents permission, whether they are allowing you to go and study or for a coaching outside your locality or your neighborhood area. What my personal view is, you are giving your 1 year of your hard work for the entrance exam preparation, so you must select the best coaching institute whatever you can afford. Now the third point is, to note down the number of branches particular coaching institute is having, and the number of selection per year that you can get from easily from internet or directly inquiring at the coaching institute. For example, number A coaching institute is having 10 coaching centers, and yearly selection is 100 students. So from each coaching center, per 10 students are getting selected. Whether at the same time, one coaching institute B, if it is having only one branch, and but the selection criteria is 100 student same, but the output of particular branch is 100 here and it's only 10, so you must select the coaching institute B. Now the fourth step is selecting a particular branch. Like number A coaching institute I told is having 10 branches, so depending on the 10 branches, which one is giving the most number of selections, which is the particular branch is having the best outcome, because depending on their teacher, facility available there, or it is the main center of the particular coaching institute. Now what you have to look is years of establishment, like how many years is the particular coaching institute is in that same occupation. Thing is, you have to look at the particular teachers, how many teachers are available at the coaching institute for a particular subject. What happen when only one teacher is teaching only one subject? For example, if only one teacher is available for physics, so what may happen is कि तुम्हें उसका पढ़ा हुआ समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, there is no understanding between the teacher and the student, and or else you are not able to get particularly from one teacher. So there should be facility to avail under next teacher, so you can go and like the second teacher is explaining you in your own local language or is more funny, because the way of teaching and the understanding depends person to person, teacher to student and student teacher. So the same way there should be facility of more and more teachers at a particular branch. So for like particular topic also there could be teachers. Then you should try to get to know what is the fee structure, because whether it is affordable or not, or like you can take some study loan if it is not, or even if it is affordable, how much is the price for everyone, whether it is the same or not, or they are giving just faltu what do we say, discounts. Oh, you passed 12, get this 10% discount. Oh, your father is working, get this 5%. This is all bullshit. What you should be able to get is, what is the main motive of the institute? Is it only to get money, and then afterward teachers will stop teaching you, classes are cancelled, you are not there, so your money is all waste. Now they have got the money, and now they are not caring for you. So you should be a little careful with that. If institute motive is should be to impart knowledge and to get more and more number of successful candidates from the institute, not only to get money. Then you should look for other services of the institute, whether how many number of students are there in a particular class, whether it is overcrowded, you are not able to listen anything, or the visibility of the blackboard is not good, or the washroom is not there separate for the girls and boys. Then you should look at the other facility, whether classes are air conditioned, or there was the drinking water facility or other structures. The other facility which you should also look for is these days now coaching institute have started, like students who are living away from their home, coaching institute have started a facility called would be a particular mentor for a particular number of students. So what happens in this way, there is somebody to take care of you, like your education thing and this, and then they contact with your parents. So maybe it's a good thing that there is some person 24 hours available for you to ask your doubts, or to even if you are facing some personal problem, you should be able to go and contact your mentor. So if that facility is there, so it's good for you. There should be other facility called online thing, like you can online check your marks. And one thing is, you should also look for whether the classes is only for boys or co-ed. But what can happen is, there could be students who are not comfortable with the co-ed class, so they may prefer only boys class or only girls. So I think in a way it's good to study only in only boys and only girls, because distractions are less. You can choose depending on your level of comfort. You should inquire about the dress code, whether there is a particular dress code for a coaching institute. If it is there, I prefer it's good, because then it won't become a fashion show type, like what can happen is, student can have some inferiority complex thing, like okay, he's wearing this, that. So this is kind of distraction only, but it's good if a coaching student is having a dress code. It says ki okay, rich, poor, every type of student is having a same type of dress code, they all are equal, they are giving equal attention to the students. You should also inquire about frequency of the test, how frequently they are conducting tests, whether it is online or not, what type of pattern they are keeping for the test, how and are you eligible for all the tests which coaching institutes are conducting. So you can, what is the quality of the test. So it'd be good for you if you inquire about all those things before. You should know about the timing of the class, whether it is daytime classes or generally the evening classes, or it is separate for boys and girls. So depending on that, depending on your mind alertness, you can select a particular timing. Then you can try to take demo class. You can take 2-3 days of demo classes if it is available, and you need to contact the coaching institute ex students, or the students who are already studying in the coaching institute. You can go and interact, or else you can interact the nearby people, so to get to know whether what all facilities are there nearby, or like how what language the teachers are using in during the class. So if you interact with the ex students or the present student, so they will give you a better review about it, whether what language teachers are using, like in between, if you are going away from your home, and if they are cracking jokes in some other language and you are not able, or cracking jokes is still fine, but if they are teaching or some mnemonic is there in a particular language, you may feel uncomfortable, but if you can adjust, it's fine. So to interact with the present student and the ex student, then you get to know, ask them what is the study material and what is the error in them. If there is an error in the coaching study material, that thing you cannot make out in the distance learning program or before joining the coaching. So what you can do is, you can contact the present students, and they will be able to tell you in a detailed format about the coaching institute, what is this, where if the coaching study material is okay to rely on. And also coaching's present student or the ex student would be able to give you a detailed review about whether teachers are temporarily or they will shift to another coaching institute, because these days coaching has become a business, so teachers keep on shifting. So you maybe as soon you join the coaching institute, the good teacher shift to the another one, and then you may suffer. So good thing is keep contact with your present students of the coaching institute, and then ask about whether there is a migration of teachers or this, what are the other facilities, whether hostel service is good or not. Some coaching institute have their own hostel, but I prefer is key not to choose hostel, because hostel have lot of distractions where the student come in a group, no, so they get diverted. But for few of them it's good because they can do the group study. But generally my experience is key to choose PG, paying guest, to study. It be good, less the number of students in a particular a hostel or a particular building. It's good for you to study. You can ask the nearby people or the students, you can interact with them and get to know whether that studying atmosphere is good for you or not, whether there is, other lot of distractions which will hamper, or the environment or the atmosphere of the coaching institute is not good. So I have told you lots of points. So depending on all these criteria and the points, you rate them. None of the coaching institute would be the perfect 100% coaching institute for you. So depending on the number of points and depending on their pros and cons, obviously pros should be more than the cons, you can select a particular coaching institute. So overall coaching institute gives only 25 to 35% of effort. Rest what matters is 70 to 80% is only and only your efforts. I've seen people getting selected even without going to any coaching institutes. So depending on these points, you can select the best coaching institute for you. I hope you like this video. Bye bye.